Good morning. Welcome to another day of Bible prophecy. My name is Prophet C. Brazil. Second part of the words Jesus spoke, taken from St. Matthew's chapter 24, verse 15 plus, and referring back to chapter 13, where God spoke concerning Satan came in and planted seeds in the kingdom of God. And and also let me make sure that I take this in here, get this under consideration. Referring back to the prophecy of Daniel and how all of these things came to be. And I'm going to go back and where I left off at in Daniel. I want to go to Daniel first, and then I'm going to go to Isaiah and take up where I left off at. And it came, by the way, of Nebuchadnezzar. 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 Let me go there. Still fulfilling the part that I stopped. All right, I want to go back to verse chapter 2. Chapter 2. Chapter 2, verse 31, I believe it is. Let me get to that part. Because it's referred back where it all began. Excuse me. When Daniel spoke to King Nebuchadnezzar, it said, Thou, O King, Holy Bible, Daniel chapter 2, verse 31. Start there. Thou, O King, sawest, and behold a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excelling, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. This image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet, that were of iron and of clay, and brake them to pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floor, and the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain, and filled the whole earth. I said the head of gold was the United States of America, the silver was the supporting United Nations, the brass was the military generals who would rule the world, who is spoken of in this same prophecy. Brass is the top brass, is the military general. As you read a little bit further, it said the brass. And the iron is the military war machines which this nation used. However, this nation's the head of this nation, even though it's a multicultural nation, the head and the ruling party of this nation is out of the Gentile, the peoples of the north. He's not ruling by his own power, but through a way of deception. As the Bible spoke and told us, Jesus spoke and told us, while men slept. While men slept, the enemy came and planted the seed. Otherwise, while men was in a disillusion or something like that, they didn't consider what these people was doing. But he had a deceitful mind, spoken in M-I-C-H-A, I believe in chapter 2, I believe it is. Anyway, they slept. That means they was unaware of what's going on. When you sleep, you don't know what's going on around you. You're just at the mercy of the atmosphere of this around you, of God. And so, while men never considered, he was taking, exterminating the whole earth, trying to change the whole earth back, change it to the characteristics of his peoples. What that was, what I was trying to tell you, it's a race issue. Trying to safeguard the last ounce of the genetic trait of the fallen angels, which is the white woman. Every nation upon the face of this earth, every person that's born has a father of the black race. This was not so when the sons of God bare children unto the daughters of men. And they created a branch which was taken from the daughters, the seed of a man, and created a secondary man, which became a new man of people, because they was not a people born by the human flesh, but by angels, spoken of in Genesis chapter 6. Well, when God killed the head, the reproductive system of this, the only integrity part they have left is the woman, the female that came from that pedigree. That's why it was did in our days. They taken and tried. They hung the black people if you even looked at a white woman. This was a thing that was forbidden. They was intending to keep this seed pure. This is the reason you have the royal kingdom over there in the north, because these are the peoples who do not have a black mother, but they have a black father. Their mother came by the way of the female that Jephthah married and brought on this side of the flood. Those people over there do not have a black mother. But the rest of the world, the Hebrews, the Canaanites, and the rest of them, they have a black mother and a black father. This is the only way I can put this. This is the difference between the two. But the top half of all mankind, it came from a black father. But the black mother only applied to the sons of Shem and Ham. But many of the white races, which is up at the north, do not come from a black mother. They come from a mother who was a descendant of the angels. That their mother didn't come is flesh of the human race, but it's not of the human race. It's mixture. So this is where we are. This reading God, they despise dominion, trying to give dominion to that female to make her rule over the world, over every man on the face of this earth. Elevate her because she is the last of the light of the evidence which was caused by that fallen angel. Angels bearing children unto the daughters of men. This is the only way I can put it. And what they did was, they came in with Alexander the Great in order to defile the seed of Abraham, spoken of here in Mount Raven. But they cannot defile the seed of Abraham in somewhat, because their father was Jephthah. So only thing they could do is not allow anything to come up and take a wife from the north and cause her to have a black mother and a black father, because the seed part can never be taken away, because the angels were bound and they can't do this anymore. Let me read this here part here to you and show you where they Nineveh. I spoke concerning Nineveh and Jonah. Since God put Jonah up there, he sent us up there to let us know that this race was yet intact. By sin, God did not destroy Nineveh because of sin, but Nineveh was destroyed. But it was destroyed because they was trying to kill Jesus before he was born. You go to Revelation chapter 12 and it will tell you this here, that they tried to destroy him before he was born, and he was caught up to his Father in heaven, and they went after the remainder of the seed of Abraham. It tells you that in Revelation.